What's up, guys, and welcome back to another Minecraft video. So today we're going to start out tearing these two towers down. Kind of lost inspiration on this build here. So I've been thinking about it for a while now, and I've got a different idea, a different route I want to go. And I'm really excited about it. I've got a lot of ideas. So we just got to start laying down some foundation, some grind, and start building it. But today, we're not going to build it. We are going to build a villager breeder and an iron golem farm. So let me tear the rest of these towers down and the wall I got up, and we're going to start moving some villagers, and I will come back to you in just a few minutes. Alright guys, we got a little bit of work done. We've built that platform there. We're going to probably put our villagers directly underneath it. I'm going to lay down some track and get the villagers from this little house over here. And if you were watching my first video, a brand new start, we found that little village and it had exactly 3 villagers in it. So when building a villager breeder or an infinite breeder, that's really all you need to get started. 2 villagers to breed and 1 to detect a fake village. That's what that platform is up in the area you guys saw is going to be my fake village. And it's 16 blocks above the villagers, if anybody wants to know. I can do a video on it. It's not my design. It's something I think I saw Impulse build. And we've actually been spending a little bit of time on creative, laying down some work, trying to make sure the iron golem farm still works. There's different tweaks and different changes as an update comes out that you have to make to each iron golem farm. So I found one that worked. And that's what we're planning on building here. Excuse me. Yeah, but with this, let's see, we're about out of track, so let's get some sticks. Iron that I don't really want to spend, but we are building the iron golem farm, so hopefully we'll make our iron back. Now, when I start a new world like I had to here, 2 of the first things I build is an iron golem farm and an AFK fish farm, relatively in the same location. This way, while I'm at work or sleeping, I can collect resources for doing nothing. So, alright guys, well I'm going to lay down some track, get some villagers moved, and I'll come back to you here in just a minute. Alright, well we got a little carried away when bringing the villagers over. I did want to catch some of it on camera, but sometimes I forget to record what I'm doing and just start playing, get in the zone. But ever since, I think it was the 1.8 update, villagers now require food to breed. So that's what we're doing. We have a potato farm. We're going to go ahead and get a carrot farm going. Just a little manual, temporary one for now. And then eventually, like we did in the last world, we'll have an automatic carrot and potato farm. So I'm going to grow some of these carrots, expand this farm, and I will come back here in just a minute when I got it all done. Alright, so we got it expanded out, and we're just getting the last couple of carrots grown now. I almost had enough. God, I miss my automatic farms. But anyway, as we were working on that farm, I actually heard a little bit of grunting and groaning from a baby villager, and we have our first baby villager here. So this is what the underside of it looks like. I don't think I've actually shown you guys the top side yet, but villagers drop down here and they get stuck in this little canal, and then they'll eventually swim up when they turn into adults, so I gotta break out it. Come on. There we go. Oh, that was hilarious. Anyway, they'll pop up at that water spout when they turn into adults, but this is what we got right here, and the detector villagers up there. We're going to leave that staircase in case we want to go up there. I think at some point when I make this villager breeder, I don't know if I'm going to leave it in that spot, but I want to be able to move that detector up and down to where I can shut it off so that it's not putting too many villagers out. Which we're maxed out at 50 anyway, but anyway, we're going to walk over here. I've done some pre-planning. I've kind of scouted out an area of where I think we should build this iron golem farm. I gotta come back over here and finish conditioning, is what I call it. Getting rid of all this tall grass. We're gonna put the iron golem farm right here. In that area. It's relatively flat. We don't have to do too much work. So, I think it'll be easy. The one I built on creative is above ground. I'm gonna build this one underground, so hopefully everything works out. Give me some steak, I'm hungry. These cooked fish just aren't doing it for me. So we're gonna AFK overnight, do some AFK fishing, get these guys to breed up, see if we can't get ourselves, we need at least 10 villagers, so. As you can see, there's some hearts going on, so I will be back to you in a moment. Alright guys, so we did some AFK breeding, or AFK breeding, we did some AFK fishing, and it looks like we got quite a few villagers over here. I'm hoping there's a little more than 10, we'll start getting them over here once we get that thing built. One thing to note, as you saw, I have an actual box all the way around those villagers. At one point I didn't have the corner blocks in, and zombies can't get to them. And while I was AFK fishing, I think I forgot to shut the door, and a creeper blew up, and a witch killed me. So now I've had to remake all my items. And I actually built a, what is that called? A zombie farm, XP farm, with the spawner that I found early on. Oh, but it's not very quick, so I'll have to get this thing built and do some more AFK fishing and try to get some levels. So we started laying this thing out, now we're going to start doing a little digging, get the perimeter dug out, and then I think if I counted right, I've got to go down about 10 blocks in total. Oh, this shouldn't take too long, you know, just a couple hours. This is also why I want the beacon for digging out. Well, I forgot I covered up this right here. Anyway, digging without a beacon is quite a hassle, so that's what we're doing this for. Not to mention, I think you need iron for almost anything and everything you build in this game. At least for the amount of farming that I typically do. So, I'm going to have to add a little bit of an edge right here. So basically, it's a 3x3 center, and then you come out 8 blocks on each side, and that gives you your platform, excuse me, for your iron golems to spawn in. Then you need 10 villagers, you need a ton of doors, and time. So we've got a lot of digging ahead of us. We're going to go ahead and continue on with the digging, and once I get a little more progress, I will come back to you. Alright guys, we've been doing a lot of digging. We got it all dug out. We got the bottom layer all laid in. We got 2 blocks up on the side walls. We're getting ready to start digging out for the little pods where you put the villagers. And we just turned on some tunes and went crazy on this thing. So here it is. Those stone bricks in the center are just for me, for ease of not having to look around, just knowing where the centers are. And then those blocks in the corner, those will come in handy later, if you've never built an iron golem farm. So, you know, I should not have placed that. Oh, there was a couple of caves here when we first started exploring, surface caves. We kind of closed them up and lit them all up. I've been going through and finding all the caves I can and ravines and so on and so forth. Because eventually I'll build a slime farm. I always do. So now what we're going to do is we're going to dig all the way up to the surface, Close this off so no villagers can get through there. And then what we'll end up doing is setting a water source block up there. This way we can drop them in instead of trying to get them all the way down here. 8 blocks from the surface could be a pain. So I tried to build my old iron golem farm from my last world. And we tested it out in creative and it was still working. But that was an old, like before the 1.8 update world. So that might be why it was still working, because I was kind of smart about it and said, well, I better start a new world. As the latest update, we just got the Fallout battle arenas and a couple bug fixes. So I said, well, we better start a new world now and see if it'll work. And it didn't. So I'm not sure whose design this is, who I came across, but it worked. It was pretty efficient. And we're going to build it and see if we can get it working. The only differences here is we built the other one in Creative World above the ground, and this one we're going to try to build underground. So might have to dig out in front of these doors too. I think they need direct sunlight. We'll do some tweaking, some testing. Once we get it all built, we'll go AFK and see what we get for iron and adjust accordingly. I'm not a big fan of following too many tutorials and how-tos and stuff like that. I like to try to figure out things on my own. I think that's one of the appealing things of this game, at least for me. So, man, we got some wood we need to go chop. We are out of doors. Got about halfway, though. Not too bad. Well, for now, I'm going to dig out behind these doors and just put stone brick in case you end up looking in here. Aesthetics. To me, the diorite and the granite and all that just kind of looks nasty. Not a big fan of the andesite's about the only new block I'm a fan of. But anyway, let me get the rest of this filled in, some more doors placed, and I will come back to you in a minute. Alrighty, so we got the bottom layer done. Got all the water in. We changed out the villager chambers to stone bricks. Dug out behind all the doors. And now we're going to start placing a second layer. It's something I've never done. When I started playing this game early on and I was watching tutorials on how things work and the different mechanics behind the game, I never built this second layer. When I first tested out my very first iron golem farm, it worked without it, so I figured, what's the point of even building it? But now I'm looking for efficiency. I'm looking for a lot of iron really quick. We have a full stack of iron blocks right now, and you need 2 full stacks and then a stack of 36 to make a full beacon. And since we died, we only have 20 diamonds left. We need a lot more. Not to mention just other resources on its own. We got a little bit of lapis, a little bit of redstone, with gold. Every time I play a world, I don't really worry about gold, and then as I progress through it, I end up running out. So anyway, that's enough of me babbling. We're going to get this second layer built here. Start putting in some water, see if we can't get some villagers going and get this iron golem farm working. So let me finish this up and I will come back to you. Alrighty, we got the platform all in for the second layer. And now we just got to place some water. So I didn't show this before, but I'm going to go ahead and go through it now in case you guys want to know how to do it. So basically, you can create an infinite water source coming across here where you only need 2 buckets to fill in this whole thing. And then one suggestion or one pro tip is always have yourself some depth strider boots, as it makes it 20 times easier to do this. Then just skip a block, go back a couple, get another bucket, and then as you see, every time I start a new row, I use both buckets and then I fill them both up, and that's just so when I go to the next row I don't have to come back and forth too much. Alright, almost done with this one. We got one more row to go. And then these blocks you see in the corner here are very important. You have to place those, and then place your water streams like so, or your water sources like so. Now what you do is you place a bucket. It's getting dark. Crap. Place a bucket of water here, and then dig these 3 blocks out. And now no matter where that iron golem spawns, it will always get pushed to the center. Alright, we gotta do 2 more, then go sleep. Let's go do this one over here. That corner where we're just at is our way out, so let's do this one. Forgot to place a block over here. Oops, I need that. It happens. There we go. Alright, and that's all the water in for now. I gotta run up here and try to sleep real quick. We're just trying to eliminate creepers coming up behind us and blowing us up. We've had that issue a couple of times. So now we are going to place in our water source blocks like I was talking earlier about, to start placing in some villagers. So to drop them down there, they take some fall damage, and I don't know if it'll kill them, but I'd rather not find out. So we're just going to dig this out, put a water source in, and let them fall down right here. So let's fill this side, or this corner in real quick, and then we will put these water source blocks in all 4 pods. I don't know if this is the best way to do it, but this is just what I came up with. Of course, I don't even know if this is going to work. I always build them in creative above the ground, and then I try to shove them in the ground on survival. I just don't like the way they look sticking up in the air, so let's see. So now we need to get prepped for our villagers. We need to get our tracks out that we use to move them over. We need to actually get our villagers out and start grabbing them one at a time. And we might actually have a couple villagers that we want to, save. Because we do have plans for a villager trading hall and all that. Let's see. Oh yeah, I put it over here. Here we go. Anyway, like I was saying, that was one of the best ways I was getting XP in my last world, was villager trading with the automatic farms, and you get your villagers with the different books such as mending and stuff. And let's see. All right, I think we got everything. I really missed that. Trying to get all my gear back. It's not been easy. Oops, wrong tool. So let's see. Let's build this out here. You know what? Now I think about it, this actually needs to go at an angle. Alright, let's try it again. There we go. I don't know if this is going to work, so we're just going to try it, and we'll go from here. So you put this side on, and then I need to put a top on it, a front on it, lay down some tracks. I will be right back. Alrighty, so we got some tracks laid down. We actually got one villager that popped out on us, so we went ahead and put him in the Iron Golem farm. Let's get us a second villager now. So I'm hoping to find a farmer and a couple librarians. It'd be nice. Oh, wait. Aw. Dang it. Come back here. I need to check. You look like a farmer. Might be a Fletcher, or I think it's a fisherman. No, not a fisherman, or a shepherd. Jeez. There we go. That's the other brown coat. Take back the minecart, and you are a farmer. Alright, you're not going in the Iron Golem farm. A farmer was how I did all my trading and got all my levels in my last world. Got all the emeralds I needed to trade with any of the other librarians and stuff. So it was really nice. If I died or happened to lose my armor, I ended up getting a second set of armor. I had a mending villager, I had Frostwalker, protection, all that stuff. Infinity, Silk Touch, Fortune, Unbreaking. It was really nice. Let's see, what are you? Fletcher, we don't care. Goodbye. Go. You're number 2 villager in the system. So we're going to work towards that again. But right now, we need the Iron Golem farm first. So, come on now. I should have pushed him a little bit more. Come on. That didn't work. Oh well, moving villagers is always a pain in this game, but there we go. So there's 2 villagers down there now. We'll get one more in here and move to the other side. Or the next side. Yeah, it's getting to be dark and I got a villager just sitting out. Come on, hurry up. So one thing, another Fletcher, dang it. One thing I'm going to need too to cover this up is some glass, otherwise zombies will jump down in there and try to kill the villagers. Better grab some furnaces. I think I got some sand in one of those chests when I was digging that out. Oh, did he go? Yeah, he already took off by himself. Awesome. Run over here. I got a bed over here. We'll sleep. This autosave feature's gotta go too. It's causing way too much lag. Perfect. We're gonna have to get this farmer in a little home here soon. Alright, come on now. Perfect. In you go. Join your friends. Perfect. Let's get rid of the water here. Put some glass on the top like I said before to protect them. Which reminds me we need to go smelt some. So let's lay down a furnace real quick. Hopefully I've got enough glass or enough sand in here. This one. That should be enough. We're going to need a lot more sand to cover the top of it anyway when we're done, but we got some testing and things to do. You know, I should have left those rails up and done that other side. Oh well, no big deal. Alright. Sorry about that, checking the time. Getting a little long on our recording here, so I'd have to edit some of this out. Like I just said, we're getting a little long on here, so I'm going to get the rest of the villagers popped in here. And then we will come back. Alright guys, so we spent the night AFKing, and looks like we got a horde of husks here trying to get our villagers. And we grabbed our iron before we started AFKing. I want to see how much we got. So overnight's been roughly 8 hours. And I knocked a torch out. I don't have a single torch on me anyway. So, God, you guys are annoying. Well, we'll get there. And almost 3 stacks of iron. That's not really that great. Dang it. Well, we're going to have to fiddle with it and see what we come up with. I did find a couple of things out in between the last clip and this clip about this Iron Golem farm. I was right when I was saying I thought I had to dig one more block in front of those doors. They do need direct sunlight, or nothing was really spawning. And then I also found out another thing with my lava placement on the bottom here. I had 4 4 lava sources, and I'll get up here and show you guys what I'm talking about in a second. And I don't know what was happening, but the iron golems were dying in the lava like they were trying to swim. Dang, you zombies and husks are annoying. So, there I opened it all up. Nope, forgot to put that back. There we go. So I opened up all the way around here. There's direct sunlight to these doors. And man, these villagers are messing with the doors. That might be something we have to look at too. Actually, let me go down here. I'm going to show you what I was talking about with the lava. So, down here, I have 2 sources now, 2 source blocks, one there, and one back here. And when I first built it, I had one here and here as well. I don't know if the iron golems were trying to swim in the lava or what they were doing, but I was getting 0 drops. I happened to fall in here and see an iron golem spawn, and when I checked it out, there was no drops. So, got a little bit more tweaking to do. I'm going to try taking that top layer off. Also, maybe removing the villagers from being able to mess with the doors. We'll go from there. So, thanks for watching, guys.